welcome to Happy Painting. I'm Carol. Oh, this is my friend Baby. Baby's an umbrella cockatoo. He's just one of the many critters that live around Totem Farm. Yes, hi Baby. You gonna say hello? He does say hello sometimes. This is our 16 by 20 canvas, and I've already got liquid white on it. It's nice and wet, and we're ready to do a happy painting. Well, I hope you've been enjoying the show, and I hope you've been painting. I want to help you along. I want to get you started. This is the brush I put the liquid white on with. I'll use the same brush. Let's see, what should we start with? We'll always start in the sky. Whatever's farthest away, that's a good place to start. And I'm going to tap this brush into a little yellow ochre. But then I'm going to wipe it off really good. I don't want any big surprises up there yet. And right where we think the horizon line's going to be, we'll get a little glow going. Hi Baby, you glad you're invited? Huh? We left Squirt home. We let Baby come out for the day. You liking this, aren't you, huh? Well, if you're a good girl, we'll bring you back some other day. You'll have to write to him, let me know. Yes, should we bring Baby back or should we bring Squirt back? Or should we take turns? We'll see. Well, that's a good beginning. That's our sky. Just give that brush, I'm going to let this brush a little of my old paper towel wipe off. Call it clean. Tap into a little alizarin crimson. And wipe it off. Yeah, we just don't want a lot of paint up there yet. As I put the paint up there, you know, it's mixing with the liquid white that's already on the canvas. And I'm going to overlap that ochre. And I might even want to get a little of that down here. They're guessing, Baby. They're guessing. They're trying to figure out what it's going to be, and they're guessing. Oh, you're going for the top level. Well, we'll never see you again then. I guess you're gone, huh? That's it for Baby. Now he's on the top. I got a clean, dry brush, and I'm going to do my nice little X stroke right where the red, right where the alizarin meets the ochre. Pull these guys together a little bit. I just wanted to pull it together a little bit before I move on, but I'm ready to move on. I think I'll put a little bit of blue in that sky. You know, Baby, I had a peanut down here for you, but if you sit up there, I don't know how you're ever going to get it. I don't know how you're going to get your peanut. It's going to sit up there and groom himself. He'll be dropping feathers down our canvas next. Oh, a little blue. I wiped the brush off real careful, though. You know how blue is. Look out, look out, look out. Look out for blue. But I'll just get what's left off there. Put some of this down here, just in case we want it there. We don't know if we do yet. Okay. Oh, and you know me, I like to have my lavender in the corners, right? Lavender. 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 And, you know, it's a lavender and blue together, whatever. We'll put a little of that down here too. Yeah, lavender and blue, blue and lavender. Alright, so I know you're guessing. You guys are getting too smart for me, huh? So you already can see, you can say, well, there's water. She's making water. We know that now. And you're right. And you're right. That's water. Well, see how easy that is to do? I mean, that's easy as can be. So that's a good beginning. I'm going to go back to my clean, dry brush. Baby, if you want to come down here, come on. I do have a peanut for you. Come on. I do have a peanut for you. Huh? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. But you ought to sit over there, right there. That's your place. And here's your peanut. Okay? Oh, I guess that's what we think about peanuts. That was a good peanut, Baby. I'm sorry. And it happens to be the last one I have. Okay, so what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Go sit up on top again? Alright, we'll let you do that. If that's what you got to do, then that's what you got to do. I just mix where the blue hits the red. I'll come up and I'll do some mixing where the lavender hits the blue. It's sort of mixing your colors on the canvas. Easy. Easy. You going to stay there now so we can play and have some fun? Huh? Yeah, stay there. And then down here, I'm just going to give myself some nice long flat strokes. Smooth it out. Smooth it out. Till I decide I'm going to call it done. I better decide pretty soon. Okay, I guess I better quit. Oh, now we can do all kinds of other things. Now we got the basic background done. The rest is just fun. Let's see, I could do some little faraway trees and bushes. That's what I would go for next. And I'll take a small fan. I've got some lavender. I made it with phthalo blue and alizarin crimson. A lot more crimson than blue. And I put a little titanium white in it. So what I really got is a light lavender. Far away. Don't want to get too dark too soon. But let's see. These are little tiny pine trees. I take one hit at the canvas so I can decide where I'm going. And the rest of the pine tree I make with the corner of the fan brush. Just a little tappy in. Okay, that's really a baby one. We're gonna do some more baby ones. Maybe a little bigger baby one. Because these are far away. I want them to be light. I don't want them to be dark. I don't want a whole lot of paint up there yet. I mean, I do have some paint, but we don't want gobs and gobs yet. Maybe just another baby one here. This is a fun little picture. The overall color of this picture is lavender. And I like it. It's kind of nice. It's kind of nice. So these little baby pine trees. Oh, you staying with us now, babe? Huh? Baby, the umbrella cockatoo. Baby, I got Baby when he was just hatched out of the little shell. And we hand fed him formula with a syringe. And Baby doesn't know that he's a bird. He really thinks he's a baby. That's how he got his name. Slightly on the spoiled side. He kind of thinks he should get a lot of attention at all times. And unfortunately, that doesn't always happen. So, if you call me up and you hear this screeching in the background, that's Baby complaining about not getting enough attention. Right, Baby? You can scream. You do scream good, right? Yes, very good screamer, that bird. Okay, got that done. The rest I'm going to do I'm going to do little bushy trees. I know that. So I'm going to come right back in. I'm going to talk to me now, huh? You going to talk to me now? Now we're going to be friends. This is my oval top brush. I'm going to bang it into that light lavender. Get a little paint on it. And then I'm thinking there's going to be, this is my little far away, I don't know, make them up. Oh, there goes Baby, top of the canvas. We'll get it over with. There we go. A clean dry brush. This 1-inch will do nicely. Now I'm going to tap straight in at the bottom of my bush line. Stay away from the top edge. Top edge is all done. But if we tap straight in the bottom here and kind of, we'll just hit the trees and everything. Kind of diffuse those little trees. We're going to say they're back there in the mist. I love mist. Mist is good. Mist will work for you every time. Okay. That's my far away stuff. Gee, that was easy. And we got a little mist in the bottom of everything. Ooh, pretty nice. We could even start moving forward a little. Well, I think I'm going to put another little bush line under those trees, and then I think I'm going to put a reflection in and a water line. That'll get us out of that. If I do another little bush line, I want it a little bit darker, so I pick up a little lavender and I put it into my light lavender. Now I'm a little darker, but I only want a little bit. Boy. Loosey goosey. The best pictures you do are the ones that you just get in there and have fun and don't choke up, have a good time. So I guess that's what we're doing today. I guess we're just going to have a good time. Because I know we're going to end up with a very beautiful pastel lavender. I kind of know where we're going. So you like it up there, huh, Baby? Birds really love high spots. If You put a bird on a, he'll look for the highest perch, and that's where he'll sit. So these guys, they either want to be on top of your head or on top of the chair or the highest place they can get. All right, I got another little dark little bush line, and now I'm thinking about reflection in the water when we get that done, and then I'm going to go to the water line. So I'm almost thinking these little pine trees, if they're in the water, this is my upside down pine tree. It's reflections don't have to be perfect, that's for sure. Good thing. But I'm thinking that I have a few upside down pine trees here. Huh? I better put one over there, huh? And one over here. Okay. Good thing they don't have to be perfect. Oh sure, get up there and talk now. We can't even see you and you're out of the picture and might as well not even be with us anymore. Right, babe? Okay. Now, reflection time. This guy will do it. It's time to pull down some color. Well, I better have a little color on the brush. And just decide where it might be. Pull straight down. Yeah, this probably won't show over here, but that's for practice. I tell all my students. We do the whole canvas, it's for practice. Chances are I'm going to cover a lot of it up, but we got a head start. Nice clean dry brush. I'm going to pull sideways with a little light stroke, and we're going to make reflections out of that. Wet on wet. The canvas is wet. The paint really slides. I got to run away here, but I'll ignore that. Reflections. Oh, they look so nice on a wet on wet canvas. Everything just moves just the way you want it to. That's good. That's good. Chances are all it's going to end up showing is just this little bit. See, I know that. I'm ahead of the game. I've got my large knife. I'm going to go for some liquid white, my waterline trick. Maybe I want a little color in it. What should I put in it? Oh, let's put a speck of alizarin in it. It'll be kind of a pinky. Kind of a pinky. I always like to put a little color in my white. So we're not coming up with pure white. Pure white could maybe be too much of a shocker when you get it up there. A very nice little thin, neat roll of paint. I start scraping in the canvas and I just kind of travel towards the edge. And I am thinking to myself though, I got to keep that water line on the level. Water's always, always, always flat. And so if you start going up hills and down hills, your water's going to look a little odd, that's all. I'll put a few more ripples in there. I'll put a few more ripples. Oh, there might be a little ripple right here. So I'm traveling, but I'm thinking about keeping it on the level. Your nice little blender brush, that's going to do nicer things when you want to smooth out your water lines. Gee, that's a pretty good beginning. Now, so you know I'm going to want more land. Let's see. This is my oval brush. That'll do it. Only want to get darker now. As we come forward, we want to get darker. So I got some straight lavender mixed up here. So I'm just going to tap right into that straight lavender. It has no white in it. It's just nice, straight, dark lavender. And you just have to make a big decision and do it. There's a starting there, and I know I'm going here. And I know I'm going somewhere down here. Oh, that's baby up there dropping feathers on us. I don't know, kid. You're not getting paid for this performance. I'll tell you, sit up there, drop feathers on us and everything, huh? Okay. So there's going to be a reflection. Everything that's up there is down here, so I might as well just put a little of that down there now, where I know I'm going to want it. And I got that done. I'm going to highlight that with that little clump of bushes, my mystery bushes. I got a clean oval brush. I dip it in a little liquid white and I tap it in a little titanium white. That's good for a start. Now I'm going to add a little color to it. You know, I think what would really look nice back there, I'm going to tap into a little bit of alizarin. Load my brush. tap tap, snowplow load, and ooh, I might add a little more white to that. And I'm going to save my brightest colors for up front, so that's why I added a little more white. So I hope you're thinking about painting, because I know you can do this. Yes, you just have to trust me on that. I know you can do this. Oh, just a little bit. Don't want to overdo it. We all overdo this little highlight stuff, without a doubt. I'm going to throw a tree in back there. Let's see. Probably the quickest way to get a tree in there. How fast can we get a tree in there? It's a small fan in Van Dyke Brown. Small fan. I'm just loading it up. And decide where it's going to be. Oh, there goes those pretty trees in the back, huh? Oh, maybe we'll put it over here. Well, press a little harder at the bottom. That tree will get wider at the bottom with no trouble at all. In fact, this one might be on with them right off the canvas. Boy, that sure does drop those trees in there fast. Now, if we take a little knife, we could put a little highlight on that tree. Alizarin and titanium white. Okay. This is a fantasy picture. And we'll give it a little hit. We'll give it a little hit on the highlight side, just to lighten it up. Alizarin and titanium white. My fantasy picture. I'm in Squirt's territory now. He's usually biting me by now. Okay, we hit the side. We'll leave that. Let's throw some twiggies on there. A nice little liner brush. Gotta thin down some Van Dyke Brown. Really thin. Thin, thin, thin. Just like soup. Mix that paint up. And, you know, there's nothing better than a nice little twiggy brush. If your twiggy brush is not behaving, you just might as well go out and buy another. Because I keep them, I clean them very well. And I keep them oiled between paintings. My liners and my really good filberts and things. Because they'll get hot as a rock in a jiffy if you don't take care of them. So if you find yourself at home listening to me, you should be painting, because that means you have the time to do it. And I know you can do it. That's a done deal. The thing is to get you started. And you know the fun thing about painting, I mean, we know we're painting and we know how much we're suffering when things don't work, and we're trying so hard to make things work. But the folks that look at our paintings, they really don't know all that. All they do is they look at it and they go, wow, that's nice. They think we're great. I love that. I don't ever want to tell them it's easy. You know, but I'll tell you, that's between you and me. Don't run around telling folks. Okay, now I could put twiggies on here. These are my little twiggies. I could do that forever, but I am going to stop. Well, maybe. I am going to stop. Now, if you were doing this at home, you would probably spend Lord knows how long putting little things on there. I got to put a little bush under this tree, otherwise it's got to plant it. Plant our tree, and maybe a little highlight on there too. Okay, lavender and pink. Lavender and pink. That's our fantasy painting. Let's do pull down. Oh, I got the dirty brush for that. Pull down. So that's a little spot of paint. I wonder what that's going to become. A ripple or something. Pull down. Brush sideways. Make sure my brush isn't dirty. So, easy as can be. We got another reflection in there. There's that little spot of paint. It's a ripple now. Okay, waterline. We'll put a waterline under that island. I've got my liquid white, and I've already got alizarin in it, so it's got that nice pinky glow. And scrape a waterline in there. Waterlines are so easy too, because once you get it, the first few times you do it, you might get frustrated. Got to keep trying. When you know what you're doing, it's awfully simple. And when you don't know what you're doing, it's simply awful. That's one of my favorite little sayings I tell myself. You see all this cockatoo dust coming down on us? I'll tell you. One thing about a cockatoo, they're dusty. This is my blender brush. I just want to give my waterline a soft little hit. Smooth it out. Wow, now that's looking good. This is a real fun fantasy picture. I'm going to leave that. I might decide to put foliage on that tree, but let's jump over here and get something happening first. We can always go back. Well, I got my little bush brush. I'm going to put in another piece of land, and it's going to be up front. But I want it to be darker because it's the closest thing to me. So I've got my lavender mix, but I put a little Van Dyke brown in it, and I put a little black in it. In fact, I put a little Prussian blue in it. That Prussian blue is jumping right out of there. Yeah. Look out for blue. Blue could ruin your day. It's ruined a few of my days. There's something about it. It never, for one thing, blue never stays where you put it. Yeah. You put it one place, and the next thing you know, it's all over your canvas. Kind of like a 2-year-old. Never stays where you put them. I was babysitting my grandchildren last night. I'm not big on being the babysitter, but I do go over and be the babysitter so that I can spend some time, catch up on what's going on in their little lives. God, they keep growing and growing. I mean, like inches. Every time I turn around, there's more inches. They're going to be, pretty soon, they're going to be taller than I am. Of course, most of the people I know are taller than I am. Okay, I got another big hunk of land. Now, I have to have another big tree. I had that planned all along. I could try dropping it in the easy way. Let me try that first. Van Dyke brown, my little fan. I don't want to be too straight. I know where I'm going to end up, and I know about where I'm starting, so I'll start up here, and I'll kind of shake a little and wobble a little and get big down below. And gee, that's pretty acceptable if we put a lot of twiggies on it. Let's highlight the light side. Alizarin. Titanium white. Alizarin. Titanium. Ooh, that's a bright little shocker. I can always tone that down if it's bothering it. On the back side, I think this is my opportunity for some reflective light. I think I got a little bit of phthalo blue on there. I'll hit the back side. Just a speck of color. Reflective light is also very handy when you're in a dark place and you want your tree to show up. You put a little blue on the back side too. Be sure you see it. I could put a bush under here right now and it'll be a done deal. I hope it stays done. Oh, we're going to highlight some of these bushes. Why don't we just go in there and do a little bit of that? Let's see. I'm tapping. I've got this brush. It's already got pink on it from before. I just tap into my titanium white and see if we can. Ooh, sneak in there. Sneak in there. Ooh. And hit the tops of these little, whatever they are, bushes, grass, I don't know what they are. Fantasy picture. But don't overdo the highlight. Easy to do. Easy to do. My students say. Easy for you, difficult for us. I said, no. All same. Easy to do. Easy to overdo. I want to keep this corner kind of dark. I like it that way. Okay. So, keep it dark. Dark. Okay, we're going to get some branches on that little tree. Get that liner brush out. Thinner. Go back into your soup. And... okay, these little funny noises come in handy now. Of course, not too many TV artists work with a bird sitting on top of their head, dropping feathers and things. My gosh. That's what goes on around here. And the horses are usually out in the field, and they're yelling and whinnying. Well, they know, the horses are usually noisiest when it's time for my husband to come home, because they know who brings the food. They know. Well, let's see. Give this... well, we haven't decided whether these are going to be dead trees or not. I'll give you a little hint. It all depends on time. Just like if God had more time, he might have created more things. I don't know. But if I have more time... my tree might have more things on it. But if I don't... I'm thinking that some of these, they should cross each other. I deliberately do that. And a few more, and then I should stop. Who's going to stop me? Gee, I've got nobody here to stop me but Baby. And Baby, you know about that pot, Baby? You're supposed to stop me before I get carried away? Look at that, got another little spot in there. Got a little spot in my water. That is not a problem when you're painting wet on wet. You know, these little accents. You just take a kind of a clean brush and brush it out. All gone. Bye-bye. Spot gone. Gee, that's looking good. So the twiggies, you can do twiggies until the cows come home. You know why they say that? Cows always come home, you know. Well, I have a theory about farm animals. You know, that's why they never leave the yard and they always stay at home. It's the free groceries. That's why. So the cows always come home because it's that free groceries at supper time. Who could resist? Okay. So see what happens when you have time? You start to do more little things. You can have all kinds of little twiggy things coming out of here. And I'm not gonna put a foliage on top of these trees. I'm gonna leave them like that this time. Another day, we will come in and do that. Okay, somebody stop me. Woo! Alright. Gee, I think I'll call that done. That's looking good. That's my fantasy little lavender and pink picture. That's fun. It's easy. I know you can do it.